Kia ora te whānau, welcome to Kaz Kitchen. It's been a minute, but I'm glad to be back. Here's a pork wonton noodle soup that you guys will absolutely love in the winter, even when you're sick, and optional char siu pork to go with it. Let's go. I know I haven't done any recipe videos lately, you know, work, life, things like that. Videos that I've done in the past inspired a lot of people, and honestly, in reverse, it inspired me. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I've decided on my day off on Sundays that I'm gonna just put something up and post some positivity and something wholesome, delicious for you and your whānau to enjoy. Let's go up the wild, baby. We got 500 grams of pork mince, a diced up onion, a tablespoon of garlic and ginger, a couple of diced up green onions, save the stalks, quarter of a cup of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sesame oil, a tablespoon of brown sugar, salt and pepper to taste. There you go, there's our mixture, and mix everything nice and thorough. All right, so we have our mixture there. We have our wonton / dumpling wrappers. Pretty sure they're made out of the same thing. And what you want to do is just grab one, go around the edges with some warm water, get some of that dumpling mixture, put it right in the center there, and just pinch. This is one method. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it, especially with a square wonton wrapper. You can fold them in like that, or however you want. So there's just the basic version, there's that version. So I've worked out that this recipe makes about 60 wontons. Now, I'm not going to make 60 wontons because I only need 30 for this recipe. So the rest of the mince mixture and the pastry mixture I will freeze down. Next, we're going to get a pot full of water, boil it up, and we're going to boil our wontons, and probably for about 5 to 8 minutes until they're nice and cooked. Make sure they're cooked. You can tell when they're cooked when they all rise to the surface. For the meantime, I'm going to transfer them all to a bowl full of cold water. Now it's time to work on the broth. So I've got a litre of chicken stock. I use the Campbell's one. It's probably the best. Then I've got 2 cups of water. I'm going to put in those stalks of the spring onion and a couple of slices of ginger, and some garlic. Oh my Lord. About a tablespoonful of sesame oil, a quarter of a cup of soy sauce, some salt, probably about a half a teaspoon. From here, it's going to be about 20 minutes of having it on a nice simmer. Then you take out all those little bits and pieces, add your fresh noodles. You can get these fresh noodles at Woolworths, some bok choy, and put your dumplings back in there. Give it a little stir, but be careful not to rip the wonton pastry wrappers. We're going to bring that back up to a boil for another 5 or 6 minutes, and it's time to plate up. Get yourself some of those noodles on the bottom, put some bok choy on there, put your wontons on the top, and then get a couple of cups of that broth. And some pork if you want. I'll have the recipe for this later on. Some coriander to garnish. There we go. It's looking yummy, smells delicious. You guys are gonna love it. The meat, so much compact flavor inside of those wontons, it's just amazing. With that fresh ginger, the garlic, the savory of the soy sauce, and a little sweetness from the sugar. Honestly, that's awesome. Man, that's what you want on a day when you're sick. That pork. Recipe for that next week, let's go. If you want to lift up the flavors, any chili garlic sauce, put a teaspoon in there, work it through. Extra level whānau. Kia ora, see you next week.